Yeah, good day everyone. My name is EO Oseomhene, and this is Voice of Reality Show, a show that talks about realities and possible solution to every challenges you go through. And I believe that in this series we'll be talking quickly on the choice of study. Choice of study have actually been a big challenge, especially to our undergraduate students. They actually have big challenge in that because of some kind of things they wouldn't know how to fix, and possibly because of their ignorance on some issues. Quickly I want to talk on three things. One is on WIEC, secondly is JAM, and thirdly is the post UTME. These are the three things that would help you gain admission into the university, either polytechnic or NCE. But we found that well, their lapses on having knowledge on these three basic things are what makes them either to study what they're not supposed to study, what kept them at home for them not to gain admission, and other kind of challenges like that. Quickly, WIEC. It's necessary for you to get your WIEC before you gain admission into the university or polytechnic or NCA like that. But sometimes I want to quickly highlight two things under the WIEC. Number one is study to pass. I know a lot of persons have been writing exam from primary, secondary, but when it comes to WIEC, this helps you to possibly gain admission into university, but you need to put it in place. You need to put it in place. When I mean put it in place, you need to ensure that you score your A's or your B or your C's. Now, study to pass. When I mean study to pass, meaning that a lot of persons just talked about expo or like that. I was asking somebody yesterday. I know I overheard the person saying that they used to give us expo, or they gave us expo on WIEC, they gave us expo on NECO. I was asking, like, do you people have to depend on that? Because it really do not make sense. And quickly let me chip in this, why I said you should study to pass. I guess during my WIEC, I could remember back then, I had to specifically study very well. I guess when we were entering, I would have to stay at the last queue where they will be saying that please bring your money, bring your money. Then I told the proprietors that I cannot pay for what I know, and she was telling me that she would take me to one special class like that. I told her that please take me there. I cannot pay for what I know. This is the length at which I can vouch for what I can write. And I guess we actually did well on our WIEC. Why do I say this again? There's before, during the WIEC preparation, I guess I was not that strong then. When I mean I was that strong, not that strong uh, education and knowledgeably, that's to say, in some subject. Then I was busy chasing shadows. When I mean chasing shadows now, is that I was chasing lady, all of them like that. These are just pursuits that aren't having ambition. And the teacher, I was sitting close to the lady, and the teacher gave the whole class a little classwork. Then I was so surprised that she got the classwork, and I failed it. And the teacher came and said, "See the lady, see the girl in one chase. See now, she don't get her. You now, you don't get her." It struck me down to my bone marrow. I have to look at the lady at the back and looked at her head. She had a very tiny hair, and me, I have a very big head. Then I was asking myself, okay, if this lady who have a small head can be able to assimilate this, what am I? That means I choked my head with some junks that ain't necessary. So I have to realize and see how I can change as fast as possible. Remember, I told you in one of my first series that realization is a very important key for you to change your destiny, for you to transform from your lunatic to, in short, breaking limits. So realization is very, very important. When I realized that, I had to quickly see on how I can work on myself. I started getting closer to all of them, getting closer, and see how to act closer to my friends, those ones who actually knows what they're doing. Then that was the buoyancy I had on during my WIEC. So studying to pass is very, very important. And then I was chasing ladies, and there was this song that struck up to my heart till now. Like, I struck my heart up till now. One of the secular musicians sang, "Beautiful girls all over the world. You could be chasing, but your time would be wasting. They got nothing for you, brother." Now, you see, the song is just like, it's an inspiring song that has to change your mindset. That keeps me going on track up till now. So study to pass helps you not only now, I guess it helps you whatever you study and you know them very well. It helps you in your tertiary, that is helps you in your university, whether polytechnic or NC. It makes you to be outstanding entirely. So it does the purpose why you needed to study to pass. Then secondly, this might not be that much important to those who are not careless. Using your scratch card. Using your scratch card is something that you really you used 5 times before it get exhausted. But some person just maybe they give them in school, especially the YEC, they'll just use their phone to check it 5 times and they just cause unnecessary expenses on themselves like that. It's really not necessary. If you've been given a scratch card, you go to the cafe and print it. And if not that you wasted that 5 times you needed to check it on the cafe using it on your phone, you just cause unnecessary expenses for yourself, and it just has to do with those who are careless to themselves. Now, after writing that YEC, you need to talk about writing your jam, and this is where we have the biggest work on writing your jam. Now, first of all, before you write your jam, you need to know the school and the course you want to choose, or you want to go for, the school you want to go for and the course you want to choose. You need to know those things very well. And I really want to talk generally on choice of study. I guess there are so many questions that has to do with knowing your school, knowing your choice, which one is, how do I know I'm a science or art. But I guess this is not going to be on this series for today. And then knowing the school and the choice you want, the course you want to study, is very, very important. Before you go for registering your jam, before you talk about I want to register for jam, that you need to know those ones. I guess this is one of the challenge that most students get, is when they've gotten to the where they have to register, then they now start mommy, brother, they now start calling and say which one is better, all of them like that, which is not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. I guess this is one of the reasons why some persons choose course they are not supposed to study like that. So you need to know the course and the schools you want to study, very, very important. Then we'll have the next one, which is registering. When you get there to register, sometimes they ask you for one or two things you really cannot provide. When you're going for your jam registration, you need to go with your credentials. When I mean go with your credentials, somebody asked me, I was like, the person called me, I was like, okay, what will I need to do? I said, come with your credentials. And sometimes it's funny when someone is asking you what are my credentials. What do I say? Then I told the person, come with your credential means come with whatever document that has to do with you. Yeah, whatever documents that has to do with you is your credentials. Now, when we mean come to credentials, let me quickly just highlight them. We mean your passport, your email, we mean your phone number, we mean your primary school certificate, your birth certificate, your state of origin, your YEC, if you still have other documents attached to wherever you have. So these ones are just for the one who wants to register for JAMB. When it has to do with you've done your NYC or whatever, come with your credentials. I mean, come with every document that has to do with you. So I just want to quickly chip in that. Now, come with your credentials. You have to go with your credentials. Going with your credentials to register your JAMB. Now, your choice, you're choosing the choice. We have a first choice, second choice, third choice, fourth choice. But the one that is very most important is your first and second choice. Very much important. Now, while registering, where we have big challenge is the place of not being focused while they are registering you. Somebody who is registering you is not concerned about if there's error, if there's anything. He is not concerned. What is concerned is his money. So you that they are registering you, why? Most of the time when you register students, you just find them operating their phone, they are chatting, or they are doing something else entirely. And this is what leads to change of institution, correction of name, or whatever, because of they really do not concentrate on why they were registering them. Their names were not spelled well, their date of birth were not imputed well, like that. Because you weren't concentrating. You are the one that's supposed to know where there is error on your biodata. So not being focused while registering you is a big challenge that sets students back on either unnecessary spending like that, or whether making you to begin to use that name you don't want to use till you actually leave this world entirely. So not being focused while registering you is one of the big challenge that we students needed to fix. Now after that, we have to go under the jam. We have to do what we call change, when it has to do with changing of institution. Now changing of institution has to be for good reasons. When I mean good reasons, I mean maybe because of their mode of operation. The school you inputted before, you want to change because of their mode of operation. When I mean mode of operation, meaning possibly one of the examples maybe they used to have internal strike a lot. So that wouldn't you wouldn't want to spend 8 years in school instead of 5 years. So you just have to change the institution just for you to ensure that you leave that school that do always have internal strike. And secondly, maybe possibly because your cutoff mark is not up to their requirement, then you have to do what we call change of institution. But I found out that some persons these days did do change of institution because of some, should I say it, unreasonable reasons. I don't even know how to speak the word. I guess I was discussing with a lady recently, and she was telling me that why she wants to do change of institution is because of her sister is going to that school, and she doesn't want her sister to be disturbing her. Can you imagine what kind of reason why you want to go and do change of institution? Not one will say because my all my neighbors, all my area persons are in that school. I don't want to go to the school. Some will possibly still say because my neighbors, that girl when she comes she spoil come. I don't want school that will spoil me. Are this the reason why you're going to school? A lot of people went to school, and all these reasons you're bringing are not just once you get there. This is not what you're going to see. So I wondered why you want to pick this as one of the reasons why you want to do change of institution. I really did not see it as that. I have a sister, a blood sister related to me, that a blood sister we stays in the same area in my school back then, and we don't used to see each other. We don't, in short, we hardly even see each other. And I still have one again that she had to send my classmate that please tell my brother to come and visit me. We don't even. I guess I can count how many times I went to visit my blood sister in the school. So why would you want to do change of institution because your sister in the school? Are you going to the school to go and visit your sister all day long? In short, the perception you have before going to school is not going to be the perception it's not going to be what you will experience. It's not going to be what you will see once you get to school. So don't assume some things and expect it to be what you will see in the school once you get there. That's not how it goes. Those who have been to school knows what I'm trying to talk about. And these are just one of the preliminary challenge we used to have on our jam registration and change of institution like that. Now quickly, the last one is our post UTME. Post UTME, it helps you to, after writing your jam, you have to write your register for your post UTME, which helps you to show that you're going for that school. Now, undergraduate applicants are the ones who write post UTME. We have postgraduate and everything like that. Now, undergraduates are the ones who write post UTME. Now, using most of the time, we fail to know the date of which we are supposed to read the post UTME registration is supposed to start. But why will you do that at this our 21st century? You have your phone in your hand. Possibly you can just, if you want to go to ABU Zaria or wherever school you want to go to, just go to your phone, go to Google and just type ABU Zaria Positemi form, date of registration, and you just see the date of when they are starting and when they are ending. And this helps you not to knock out from not being registered on that particular year. Somebody chatted me up on WhatsApp and was like saying, please, I want to register for a particular school, and that school just finished giving admission. And can you imagine how you just wasted that year like that? Just wasted the year like that. And someone couldn't even know what Positemi has to talk about what it entails. Because I guess someone else chatted me up and was like, please, I want to buy scratch card. You want to buy scratch card for, is it Y Connect Wajam? You say scratch card for Nasarawa State University. I really do not know what to say this time, because when you say scratch card, now I'm confused. So I was like, is it positive? She said she really did not know. Somebody said that she should just go and buy scratch card. Now they don't even know what they call positive. And these are people who wants to go to school. These are people who really we foresee them to be our future leader. Now you really have to be inclined when it has to do this when it has to do with these three bases we just listed. Now back to the checking your date. You have to go to through your phone to check it to know the date they're supposed to start registering the Positemi, or possibly you can go to the cafe nearby and just tell them you want to know when the Positemi is starting. It doesn't cost you more; they'll just check it for you and tell you. Now you have to, when it has to do with now registering, you have to go with your credentials. Remember I talked about your credentials, right? You have to go with your credentials. You don't have to stress yourself taking your passport, your email, taking your jam, which you already have now, your WAEC, your birth certificate, all of them like that. You just compile them, put them on a file, so that wherever you're going, you just go with them. Then the mode of writing the post UTME. After doing your registration, you have to know your mode of writing the post UTME, because most schools, once you just register, all you have to just wait for is if you've been given admission. Why some you have to conveil yourself to the school to go and write the post UTME, either CBT or thereabout like that. So you have to know your mode of writing the post UTME exam, if they are writing or if they are not writing like that. Then aside from that, you have to look forward of the mode of giving admission. You have to know how they used to give admission. Possibly if some schools they just have their own different ways of giving admission. I guess there was one I heard about that they used to paste on a notice board, and I guess that one is kind of getting outdated. So you need to know the mode of getting admission. There are some persons that they give admission back then while we were in school. They didn't know that they weren't aware that they gave them admission. They didn't even know. So that's how the admission just like that. So you need to look forward on the mode of how admission is given in the school, your school of choice. Quickly, I will want to say. If you were able to abide to these rules, if you were able to abide to this little insight here, and these are just the real fact, these are just the reality when it has to do with your education. If you be able to abide to just this little insight, I really see you being the best which you really wish to be. I want to say a big thank you for spending our time to listen to this Voice of Reality series. I want to say I do really appreciate. Here is our like button and our share, and we also have our comment. So you can do your like, your share, and also comment. If you have any questions, you want some tips like that, you can chat me on WhatsApp. There we can talk more. Thank you very much. I do really appreciate it. Have a wonderful day.